Hello everyone, welcome to today's stream. We're going back to where it all began on this channel actually. My first stream was Assetto Corsa Competizione, something like 3 months ago. Can't believe it's been that long, but we're back. Because there's been a big update just yesterday, 1.8, with a bunch of new features, improvements and things, and a new car, the BMW M4 GT3. Which is, I think, is easily the car I've driven most on this channel as well. I've done a whole bunch of streams with it in iRacing, including the big Petit Le Mans. So, and now I'm driving it again in this. I wasn't going to. I thought, nah, I've driven it too much. But I thought, well, actually, I could give like a comparison, I suppose, because, you know, probably is one of the cars I've driven the most, actually, in any sim, in any game recently. So, driving it in here, I'll be able to sort of compare how it feels across the Sims. Of course, I have no idea what it feels like in real life, but yeah, whatever. I'll give my impressions at the very least. But yeah, I'm certainly not very technical when it comes to that sort of thing. So it's going to be a very just how I feel about the car. You know, nothing really technical from that standpoint. Yeah. So what we're going to be doing, we're at Kyalami, not really sure how to pronounce the name of this track, which I've never raced before at all. I think Assetto Corsa Competizione is the only game that really has Kyalami, at least the modern version of it. Because of course it's they hold a intercontinental GT challenge race here. So yeah, and I don't really drive this game much, so I've never driven this track, but I will today. It's quite a good track. You know, I've seen it be driven, and I do like it from what I've seen. So, and I've driven it earlier as well. I did get a bit of practice in because I thought I can't just start on stream because I will be awful. I always need a bit of practice, especially when it's a new track because that's yeah, a bit risky. And what we're actually doing later on, the lobby will open in about half an hour. I think we'll be qualifying for a race, a 25-minute race at this track. Using this car, well, I've gone on the wrong website to look at how many people have signed up. Sim Grid, not Sim Racing GP. That's something else I'm doing next month. But Sim Grid, they do daily races in this game. They have a competition system, sort of like iRacing, but unfortunately nowhere near as populated. And it's filling up. I think obviously it won't fill up until like right before maybe, but there's 12 people in there at the moment and hopefully they all show up. Not a huge grid, but hey, it's a race. Should be interesting. I did make, well, I say I made a setup. I didn't really. I changed the tire pressures and saved it because I would forget what I did. So I'll load that. I don't know why it takes so long to prepare the car like that. iRacing takes a moment, but it's even longer in this. Here we go, let's do some practice laps. Let me know how the audio is. In fact, I think, well, actually, I can turn it up here. I'm not sure how loud the game is compared to me. Let me just... Where's my thing? That looks okay, but let me know if there's if the audio needs tweaking at all. Either if I'm too quiet, I'm too loud, game's too loud, or too quiet. The game is very quiet. Thank you, Jasper. I thought it might be. It's all right for me, but I can turn it up differently. Let's turn this up to, let's go 100 on the Elgato thing. Yeah, let me know if it's better now. So now I have to turn down my headphones because it's getting a bit too loud for me, but that's alright. Yeah, thank you for tuning in, Jasper. We're doing Assetto Corsa tonight, so I can forget everything I know about Race Room in time for the VTuber League next month. Obviously, I'm alone on track right now, but I am running the new dlss, NVIDIA dlss that they've added to this game, and just offline with no cars on track. Or not anymore. It's between like 170 odd and 200 FPS depending on what corner. I could crank up the graphics, but I think it will go down to like 120 when I have a full grid in front of me. But yeah, I'm very impressed so far with how the dlss has improved it. There's just a little bit of like... The only issue I have with it is there's a little bit of ghosting, which may not be apparent on the stream. That is my least favourite corner on this track. I absolutely despise it, and I hope I don't do that in the race. ACC will find a way to drop frames, yeah. This game is intensive. Easily the most intensive sim out there. The F1 games gave it a run for its money. Obviously, some people probably wouldn't call them a sim, but I'm gonna group it in anyway. But they've had DLSS since either the launch of 2021 or just after the launch, and that really helps as well. That's why Kunos made KTAA. See, I've actually got all the anti-aliasing off because supposedly you don't need, with DLSS you don't need anti-aliasing. Like for example in the Call of Duty games you cannot have anti-aliasing on at the same time as DLSS. Because I think a byproduct of the way DLSS works is it just does do anti-aliasing as part of it. I believe just because of how it does what it does. I'm not sure if that's the technical explanation, but that's what I believe to be true. But I did notice in this game that when I turned on the DLSS, it didn't turn off my anti-aliasing. So maybe I should put on KTAA at the same time. I don't like this corner either because there's a crest there and a kink, and then you have to brake for one of the slowest corners on the circuit. And I don't know where to brake. I can't figure it out. Here's my other favorite one. See, it feels like even when you slow down for that corner, the car just still doesn't want to turn. Yeah, when I go back to pits, I might try flipping on KTAA and seeing what happens. It's most noticeable on the text on the billboards, like the Fnatic Podium logo in the distance there, and well, when you turn at least, you can kind of see the text ghosting a bit. Other than that, it looks great, to be honest, to my eyes anyway. Lap time wise, I'm hoping I can get into the high 44s. Certainly not going to be the best times people are doing here, but I think it'll be all right. Ah, well, no problem, Jasper, because not only did they add DLSS, they added AMD FSR as well. So you can do both. And I should try. I tried that first, and I don't really know a lot about FSR, but it seems like with that you certainly do need anti-aliasing on, because as I say, I flipped it off, and oh my goodness, it was the most hideous thing ever with FSR on, and I'm sure that's not representative of how good FSR is, because it was great for me in Deathloop. But oh my goodness, without anti-aliasing, it was the most awful bit of graphics I've seen in a modern game. People still have to add it to the games. Yeah, the only games I've seen that have it are Deathloop and now this as well. I love how it works with NVIDIA GPUs as well, though. FSR, even the older GPUs. It's like what a Chad move by AMD. Let's just make your same technology, but it works on even more stuff than yours does. There was I was watching a bit of Jardia's stream. You may or may not know, he streams a lot of Assetto Corsa Competizione, and he's obviously done a lot more testing than me, and he was actually saying he got better. He has an NVIDIA GPU, but he got better performance with FSR than dlss, which is kind of crazy. So I should give it another go, but with KTAA on probably. He insulted you on stream once. That sounds like an interesting story, I hope. Down to high 45s, I know I can do better. Yeah, it's tough when you end up with faster and slower drivers like that. It's always frustrating at the time. The thing is, if it's a casual race, like, people shouldn't be at least, you know, after they get out of the car and the emotions settle down, you know, people hopefully shouldn't be so pissed off. I think some people, that's the OOR race, wasn't it? I think there were some people I've raced with in the past were had a car in there. Back then, I still hadn't touched this game. I think I went a long time without driving this game at all, other than a handful of laps, like when it was in early access. And I was really not impressed when it was in early access, but they had a lot of bugs then. I don't really like playing early access games. Unless they're the type that's, like, almost finished. But then I feel like it's not really early access, it's more of a demo, a promotion. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, the similar experience I had was, what was it? Nürburgring 24 hours in iRacing. We were amazingly put in the same split as Jimmy Broadbent on 2 occasions actually, but on one of them, one of my teammates was driving, and he was like obviously a big fan of Jimmy Broadbent. I mean, a lot of people are, but he was a particularly big fan, and so Jimmy was coming up to lap him, and he ended up spinning at turn 1 on the Grand Prix circuit with on Jimmy's stream. How embarrassing. This is a better lap so far. I say that as I head into my least favourite corner. Let's not screw it up. Yeah, turn 1 there is a bit annoying. It was obviously the 24-hour layout as well, so it's a really bizarre chicane, isn't it? And considering what the Nordschleife itself is like, you probably haven't been that slow in like 7 minutes. Fastest lap 45.3, that's alright, but I want to get 44s. Gotta keep an eye on the time actually, we've got 10 minutes I think until the server will open. I do like this track. I want to see some more championships go here in real life, not just GT World Challenge. I think this would be a good place for a WEC race. See, I felt like I braked so early for that, but I still didn't make it. There's a knack to that corner that I have yet to figure out. There we go, though, 44.8, I'll take that. I think that's the best legal lap I've done. I did a 44.6 earlier, but it was not within track limits. And my actual best was a 45 dead. So, hey, I've improved. I wanted to try it. Can I do this in here? Yes. Apparently ABS 10 is the play these days, so I'm going to do that and see what that's like. And if I can, without going back to the lobby, I want to turn on... Oh, maybe it's because I'm just in the game. But it is on temporal. Is temporal the... No, that's different, isn't it? But I can turn on FS... Oh, no. Let's not mess around. Oh, it does. It didn't do that in the other menu. Oh, okay. I guess I can't do... anti-aliasing with DLSS after all, unless I need to go back to the lobby first. But I won't quit now. Temporal and Kunos temporal are different. Yeah, I read the descriptions of them once in this, and yeah, it's their own thing, isn't it, KTAA? Which I find really interesting that they've actually gone as far as making their own thing. How many people have we got in the race? 13 now. Not a huge grid, to be honest. I do hope they will show up, but hopefully it'll be a bit of a race anyway. 8 minutes we've got. Let me just make sure I have the password to hand. I don't even have Discord running. Oh, look at how ready I am. It might just be... because I think text is the weakest point of DLSS in general, I think. Like in that, what was it, Eurogamer did a really detailed thing about video about what's the game, Control, and I think, yeah, they pointed out that one of the things it really struggled with was like fine text, which, I mean, chances are, depending on the game, you're not really gonna zoom into much. So I guess it depends on the sort of game you're applying it to, whether that matters or not. And it doesn't matter for this, but those billboards are very noticeable because they're obviously designed to be ads in game, really. You know, you got Coach Dave Academy on one of them. Like, that's clearly not an actual not an actual billboard in South Africa at this race course. They're advertising it to me, not the TV cameras. And sure enough, it goes because it's text. But oh well, it's not too bad. I won't notice it when I'm trying to drive, but it's the one thing that stands out as not being as good as it could be. Where's the password? There's the password. Nope, that's not the password. Go to the races tab and the server information. Okay. I presume it will just give me it on this page when I am in it. I hope. Otherwise, otherwise I can't get in. Oh well, we'll worry about that in 6 minutes. Let's go out again for a couple of laps. Oh, and also, yeah, I have it on balance for DLSS, so I could up it to, like, quality. I imagine the more quality, you know, setting you put it on, the higher quality setting, the less ghosting, in theory, you should get. Oh, that's a sausage curb. There's a few really deadly sausages in this. Yeah, the penultimate corner as well, because that's quite high speed as well. If you try and cut that a bit too much, which is very easy to do by accident, you kind of go flying. And into one of these really weird gravel traps that really slow you down. This grey gravel that's outside of a lot of corners here. I don't know if that's just how gravel works in this game, but it really slows you down. That felt alright through that corner, but yeah, here's a deadly one. If you go too far on the inside there, it's not good. I think that right-hander before it with the long entry, I think I really need to get off the brakes really early for it. I think trail braking is what's screwing me over, even though I'm kind of doing it elsewhere. Maybe I shouldn't be. Oh, that's a bit deep. Pretty good through the last few corners. Saw the Delta flash screen for a moment, but I couldn't keep it together. Oh, there we go. That was good through there. Just about legal through the penultimate corner. And there. Oh, that's a good lap. 44.6. That pretty much matches my my illegal best I did offline earlier. That's good. Let's get out of here. Quit. And let's see if we can get into the server. I think there'll still be a moment before it opens, but I can try and search for it, I think. How do I even... Oh, here we go. Multiplayer. Server list. How do I search? Here we are. Sim grid. No servers. Nice. Nice. Wait. Ah, no. Or is it? No, it's not. Still, yeah, 1 minute before they open the server then. It's going to be exactly on the hour. We'll have 14 people now, and we'll have 5 minutes of practice, which is pretty much just joining the server then, 10 minutes of qualifying, and 25 minutes of race. Oh, I need to figure out how much fuel I need, actually. Yeah, that's going to be annoying, because I don't know. Half a tank's probably alright, though. It'll certainly be enough, but hopefully it's just not too much that it's ridiculous. I'm going to quickly BRB before we do quali in the race, and I'll join the server as well while I'm away. So yeah, I'll be go on for a few minutes and then we'll get into the real racing. I am back. Hello, Shiro. Thank you for subscribing as well. Welcome along. We're just going into the qualifying. Well, in 2 minutes we'll be going into the qualifying. Only 8 people have joined the server so far. There were 13 registered, I believe. 15 were registered, actually. I do hope they all show up. Not a huge grid, to be honest. That's one of the annoying things about doing ACC compared to, like, iRacing. Is that in iRacing, it must be said, you always get people. There's always people playing iRacing, and doing a race like this on, you know, a third-party website, because, you know, there isn't really an organized thing in the sim, means who knows if you're going to get people. You think there would be people. It's an evening in Europe. This is the European server, and new update just came out. I think the one 2 hours ago was much more populated. What do we want? We want... I'm gonna leave it at... Can I put 60? No, oh, it's really finicky, this. Come on. Wait, let me load the thing. Because I don't know if it has. M4 Kyalami. Load. And then I want to go... ABS. Massive. I think it's coming down a little bit, should be right. 25 minutes. Probably doesn't need half a tank. I believe 120 is full tank, right? Yeah, so... If I go 50... No. 54 should be fine. But I'll see what the... I'll see if it gives me an estimate of laps. I'm gonna save that just so that I can overwrite, so I can load it in a minute. Hey, Bikoto, thank you for tuning in. We're racing at Kyalami in South Africa, a track I've never driven before today. I got my first practice in earlier, because I couldn't go into this with no practice. I would be awful, quite frankly. I always need a bit of practice, especially with a new track. I'm not the type that can just hop in a car and go fast. Those people are crazy. Yeah, the free practice has just ended, so we just got to wait for everyone to finish. And then we'll do qualifying. I think it's 10 minutes of qualifying. In fact, let's take out the fuel now while we have a chance. And I think it's open quali, so there'll be everyone on track. 12 litres. In fact, 14 litres. Hello, Speedy Spartan. Thanks for tuning in. Wish you the best. It's a DLT course. Yeah, I think there's a few DLC packs with tracks. I think this one's in the Intercontinental GT Challenge pack, which included Suzuka and... Is that the one that had Laguna Seca? Can't remember now. It had a few international tracks. Bathurst was in that one, of course. Why did I forget Bathurst? And there's also a British GT pack, which has like Donington, Brands Hatch, Snetterton. I feel like it should be something else, but I can't remember. Not Silverstone, because that would be in the base game. Why can I not remember racetracks? Yeah, it's one of the things about this game is that there are very few tracks. You know, when I actually go through the track list, it's like they're very well made tracks and all, and they're the tracks that GT World Challenge and its various other series go to, but it's not very many.
Green light, go, go, go.
Tell you what, this game needs the Nordschleife. That's what it needs. I know that it's not the right series for it, but this game needs the Nordschleife. It would be so good in this game with the cars they have. Hey, Akito. Cheers for tuning in. No, I want to put on my... I couldn't remember what button my pit limiter was. Oh, wow. I tell you what is bad in dlss. That name tag on the guy in front. It's blurry as hell, at least for me. Yeah, the Intercontinental one for this track. I never watched this race. I don't even know how long this race is in real life. The IGTC Kyalami race. I'm not sure what sort of grid they had for it either, but it's a sort of race that could get a lot better. You know, like the Bathurst 12 Hour has grown so much. Well, it's been around for quite a while now, but once upon a time it was quite new, and now it's got all the international teams coming, or at least it did before the events of 2020. 9-hour race, and like a 9-hour race here sounds great, but of course it's a long way for international teams to go. But I do hope it becomes a classic, because it's a good track. What's this guy want to do?
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
I'll just let them all go. These people are looking more prepared than I am. God, that name tag is awful. That name tag is... I could not even read it. Oh, Suzuka. Yeah, that's also in that pack, isn't it? Because I think that's an 10-hour race. I think at Suzuka, right? The 8-hour Suzuka is the motorbike race. Oh no, this is becoming motorsport trivia really quickly. Oh, this guy's warming his tires. What a pro. I'll pretend that I know what I'm doing and do the same. I should remember that, because yeah, that was in iRacing just a few weeks ago, wasn't it? How's ACC Field iRacing? I'm terrible at comparing, to be honest. I mean, it's certainly a similar car. Obviously, I'm driving the BMW M4, which, yeah, for those of you who've tuned in on this channel before, I've driven quite a bit recently in iRacing. Did Petit Le Mans in this car in iRacing. But it just, I don't know, it feels similar, but just like an ACC version of it, I guess. But I don't know, I haven't driven ACC enough to get comfortable with it. However, I feel like I'm more comfortable today than I was last time I streamed it, and it's not like I had any more practice last time I streamed it. If anything, I should have been more prepared last time. But yeah, the like FFB updates, you know, I can't really describe what has changed, but it does, I don't know. It does feel, it feels like I've picked it up again quicker than last time I tried to pick it up. Not that I'm amazing at it, but in terms of just getting used to the feel, I feel like I've just sort of adapted quicker, you know? Yeah, the BMW itself, I mean, the thing is, it's like it's a big front-engine GT3. It kind of handles like how you'd probably expect it to if you've driven other ones. So yeah, it feels similar to the iRacing one.
Well done, mate. This has been your personal best.
I don't know how to properly check my... Like, I'm not familiar with all the HUD in this game. I'm not really sure what screen I want to look at to check my... Like, I think I'm on relative there. I don't want to be on relative. I want to know... I'm currently 6th, but I bet no one else has set time. Yeah, there we go. I'm last. Oh, no. I have room for improvement, though, in this qualifying session. I've not done any laps on low fuel, so this is all learning really right now. If we do start last, then I can make clips from this and make it a last to first challenge and be a stereotypical racing YouTuber. Although I won't go to first, I can guarantee that. But I think I could pick up some spots if we start last. I'll do a first to last challenge. How about that? Sounds easier. No, invalidated lap! That was a good lap!
Yellow flag on, child in front.
Okay, I really have to nail this one. That's probably going to be my last lap. Do I have a favourite car? I really like LMP cars, Le Mans prototypes. Oh god, it's going a bit deep. Man, I'm gutted I ruined that lap. Yeah, I like the Le Mans prototypes. I've done a lot of driving at LMP2s in the past, and I really like the LMP1s in iRacing with the hybrid system. They're super cool. Not very good at them, but they're super cool. I'm actually, yeah, I'll be racing the Audi R18 LMP1 on stream on Sunday evening at Road America, which will be a great track to race those. I'm not sure if I have a favourite car in this game. I don't think I've even driven all of the cars in this game. And apparently with yesterday's update, they all should be a bit different anyway, so even if I had, I'd need to do it all again now. This car's certainly quite nice though. Bit of understeer, just on using the aggressive setup preset, so it's not like I have my own setup or anything. A little bit understeery, but stable and nice, and I feel like I can reasonably push without, you know, feeling like the car's going to kill me.
Yellow flag
Imagine improving by 7/10 but not gaining a position. I don't have enough fuel for another lap, do I? Oh, I think I do. Okay, good. Yeah, okay. Well, that's that. Oh, can I get out in time? Oh, but I won't be able to change the tyres because I got to do that, haven't I? No, I don't, because it has already done it. Come on, come on, come on. Come on. 151. I don't know if I'll make it round. Not on cold tyres. I shouldn't have gone for a third lap. I should have come in and switched tyres. Ah, it's an awful qualifying session. Yeah, qualifying is never my strong point, to be honest. Not really a hot lapper. But I tend to make up for it by avoiding all the chaos in the race, usually. Big asterisk on that. $40. Can he get to the pits from here in 40 seconds? 35. I don't think I'll make it. This isn't fast enough. Ah, I don't need that either. That awful turn. Oh no! The sausage, no! Oh my goodness, look how close this is. 1 second and 0. There we go. Checker flag. If I hadn't gone deep into the gravel, I probably would have just made it. But well. So we're not last anyway, we're 7th out of 11, so I mean, it could be worse. To be fair, a second off the pole position, I'll take that anyway, because I'm only a second off. To be fair, I would have expected to be worse. It's just a shame that it's so close that I'm so far down. But, you know, I'm not a qualifier, and I'm already very close to someone else on quality time, so hopefully I'll be able to at least fight with them and get past them during the race. And that guy that's 6/10 ahead, like, hopefully... Because you never know. You never know what people's race pace is like, or how they, you know, what they're like around other people. So, I certainly don't recognize any of the names. So, who knows? Certainly I'm going to be in the thick of it. Turn 1's going to be interesting, that's for sure. It does, to be fair, it does look like everyone behind is... I mean, this guy's only 6/10 off, but if the qualifying is anything to go by, we'll be gapping the cars behind, I would think. But we'll see. Session has ended. And we just got to wait, apparently, until ACC decides we're going to move on. So yeah, it's going to be a 25-minute race. It's going to be a rolling start. Okay. One thing I always forget about this game is that you actually have to, like, choose your tire sets. So, like, if I go on this one, like, you can see it's 2.98. I've used it, and this one. This are 2 sets I used in quali. So you actually, I think that's what I made a mistake on when I was practicing offline, like, months ago. Because I was just like, why are my tires awful? They didn't last half an hour. But it's because I practiced on them. No wonder they're awful. About half a tank, and I have fresh tires, so that's alright. Let's not click on drive, because I have no option to, for some reason. I hope that changes in a moment. I think this happened before. In fact, yeah, there's a little meter going down before you can click drive, which is kind of weird. Not sure why they have this time where you just can't click drive. Nearly there. Drive only pops up with 30 to go, but why? What's the point of that? There's no need for such a thing. What if everyone's ready with 2 minutes to go and they want to click drive? Italian game design. I shouldn't question the Italians. People with connection issues, yeah, I suppose. I feel like, yeah, it might be difficult to get all the way back in if you disconnect with just 2 minutes though, but... right.
Going double 5.
I haven't done one of these in this game for a while. Let's see how this goes. I do like this thing in the middle though. That's handy. Could do with this in other games. Especially because, you know, I can't really see to my right. I mean, I can do that, but I hate doing that. This is a short run to the line, quite frankly. Final corner already. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, okay, I don't like this, though. I find it hard to be accurate with this.
Green light, green light.
There we go.
Go, go.
Alright, 25 minutes at Kyalami. Here we go. Turn 1.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Man, I like having the inside for that corner.
Right. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Man. Gee, I just realized, like, everyone's in the BMW. I'm not surprised because it's the new car, but, like, yep, everyone's in the BMW. Ah, that corner sucks on cold tires. I mean, they're not that cold, but they're just not right on the first lap, it feels. Let's go defensive. Whoop. Bit of a slide there. Right, well, we're 5th. In fact, that's everyone right in front of us. Look at that. Oh! Oh, no. Why did he do that? I didn't even brake early. Why did he do that? Okay.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Okay, that's the second incident there. They probably didn't know I was there. They should, though, because there's a radar in this game. So it's not really an excuse, to be honest. Oh, well. I knew as soon as I looked at the, like, where I was like, oh, look, 5th! Everything went to shit. BMW drivers, eh? I'm basically an official BMW driver with the amount of driving on this channel. Don't worry, we'll be back to the superior Audi LMP1 on on Sunday, the superior German manufacturer. Of which there is an Audi just ahead of this BMW. Ooh, let's get a bit of a run around the outside, but I'm not sure what we can do here. Oh no, they just yield, okay. They didn't want part of that. Oh, is that the guy? Oh, maybe that guy was the one that hit me and he's letting me back through. I'm losing track there. Like, it wasn't intentional, the guy that rear-ended me in the first place, but it's just a bit sloppy, you know? Like, there's a car rejoining really crazily, and I'm going a bit slow, but like, yeah, of course I am. Oh! I didn't think he was losing it until the last second. The Audi R8 GT3. You know, I can't remember the last time I drove the Audi R8 in any game. I must have driven it in Race Room, but it would have been the old one. Oh man, I'm struggling with turn 1. Yeah, the Audi, I don't dislike the Audi GT3, but it never like sparked the same excitement as the LMP ones did. Something about it's just kind of less interesting, I don't know. But it's pretty iconic anyway. You know, it's probably the most popular customer GT3 over the years. I've been gained a lot by the car behind in those last few corners. He's got really good top speed as well. And he made me go a bit defensive, and he's gonna school me with a over and under, but no, he doesn't go for it.
Yellow flag, yellow flag.
Yeah, yep. Oh no, I thought I was gonna outbrake myself, but hey, I got it stopped. This guy is really, it's not going to be long before he gets by. He has really good top speed, which is the main issue. See, what happened there?
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Nope, can't do an over and under. This guy's out of position. He's pretty quick. Hopefully I can follow him and learn what he's doing. Yeah, this could do with less understeer. Following this guy, I'm like half a second up. I probably haven't had a clean lap yet, actually, so that's probably why, but man, following someone can really help. Oh god, no. No time gained. Yeah, no shit, game. Went through the goddamn gravel. Right. That's a shame, because that was a really good lap. That was too early on the brakes there for some reason. It really is. It feels quite dangerous, to be honest, if it was... I mean, it is there in real life, but... You know, that's such a high-speed corner. And it's not like I'm trying to cut it, it's just a misjudgment. Yeah, I think if you were to race, like, Certainly if F1 were to come here, like, you could not have that at all. That'd be absolutely disastrous. Oh dear. We have a car off again. I think that is a position, maybe? No, it's not. Or is it? I can't tell! No, yeah, I'm up to 5th now. Again. Huh. Well, I shouldn't say that. I jinxed it last time. Oh, not again. I was like slow through there to be careful, but I still did it. Okay, now we have to probably start defending from MO. I think his MO is getting past me right now. That's terrible. Just like my braking zone for turn 1. This is getting scruffy from me now. My tyre pressures are alright. They should be in the correct operating window, so I don't know, I think I'm just driving bad. All my homies hate the second to last corner. Let's see if we can not screw it up when we get there this time. That's the corner I actually hate the most, but it's been giving me less trouble than this one so far in this race. There we go. It will be my fastest lap too. A 44.5, easily my best race lap I've done. Nice. I can't apex turn 1. We're already like halfway through. We've got 13 minutes left. The story of this second half will be trying to keep this guy behind, although I have gapped him a little bit actually. Well, I certainly haven't got it in the bag yet. That was a bit too much curb. I'm getting better through that corner, I think. At the top of the hill. I'm able to brake a bit later and get the car turned in well. This isn't well though, this is bad. That's awful. Two laps in a row without dying, let's go. And it is my fastest lap again, despite screwing up that long entry to right-hander.
Well on me. That's our fastest lap. We're halfway through. Keep pushing.
Look at that, 2/10 in turn 1, just by getting it right. And then I lose more than one of them through the next few turns. 2 seconds to the car behind now. Gradually eking out a gap, which is good. Damn, almost half a second quicker on this lap. It's a 43.9. Wow, I'm in the 43s. That's decent. I think there's a trick, at least in this car, but maybe it's this whole game, to using the weight better to get the car turned in like that. Left-hander followed by right-hander that's quite quick that we just went through. Sometimes I can get it turned in and sometimes I can't, and I don't really need to brake for it, but lifting isn't enough. Like, the car doesn't turn unless you apply some brake. But I can't get it consistently right. Like this corner, which I can never get right. So the car in front's just on a 45.0. I think mine's going to be 45.1, yeah. Lost a tenth to him on that lap. It's actually quite close with this guy. Shame I let him get away early on. Now I've got some pace and we're actually quite similar. Good lap so far. Using all the track on the exit there. Everything that will let me get away with. .43.7 from him, and I do a 44.0. Damn it. Yeah, 43.7 is better than what I've ever done at all. He's picked up the pace a bit. I'm certainly a lot more confident when I'm trying to push like I am now. I'm trying to really hot lap here, quite frankly. But not without doing too much risk. Because I don't want to crash, really. I am 5th. I want to keep it. But like, I'm pushing more than I did last time I played this. I was driving the Mercedes back then. But I never felt very like confident in knowing when the cars, whoops. I think my main issues right now are just learning this track. But yeah, I feel like I can push more and like be confident that I can catch a slide if one happens. And I'll know when it's happening. Whereas with the Mercedes, I was kind of like always worried it was gonna go just slide and I wouldn't be able to catch it and I'll spin or something. So it might just be this car because obviously it's new, but it feels like the FFB changes they've made have made it a little bit more natural, I guess. Still not as comfortable in it as maybe like iRacing or Factor 2, which I've played more, or Race Room. But it's better. I've also, yeah, I've played this by far the least out of all those games I just said, so it's kind of no wonder that I'm not used to it. That corner complex would be a lot more fun if it had just a little bit less understeer. Because it's a little bit annoying right now, because you're kind of waiting and waiting to put on the throttle more than you want to, or more than you can. Less than 4 minutes to go. I'm kind of in no man's land now. I've got 8 seconds to the car in front and 10 seconds to the car behind, so all things being equal, we will be 5th. And hey, I'll take that, considering I qualified. Well, I think I only qualified 7th, but this is my FOV setting, but I'm on a super ultra wide monitor, 32:9, so my monitor is actually double as wide as what you can see on the screen, so I have a bit more peripheral vision, but yeah, the FOV is correct for at least the middle part of my screen, the middle 1080p section. Yeah, I looked back at the F3 stream I did, and I want to change my FOV if I do that again, because like for me it looked fine, but then I look at the stream and I realized like you can't see my front wheels on the stream, and it kind of just looks odd to me. So if I do open wheelers again, I will try. In fact, I think it was alright in the F1 stream because I zoomed out a bit for that, but and obviously that's different anyway. But yeah, it's seeing the nose of the Formula 3 car but no wheels, like visible wheels at all, just looks so stupid in my opinion. So I will change that next time I do open wheels, I think. Yeah, no thank you, Jasper. I'm not doing a big crash. I will be proud of this 5th. I will take it, and I'll be very happy. Driving a hoverboard, yeah. I actually read a book once. In fact, I'm kind of getting deja vu. Did I talk about this on stream before? It's really weird if I did, because this book is so old and I don't even remember the name of it. But it was like a future with hover cars, and like, you know, it wasn't Formula 1, but like the premier racing series of the time has, you know, long been a hover car series. But the main character, he fishes out of like a dumpster somewhere. Not an old F1 car, but it's one of the earliest hover race cars which were converted F1 cars, and he patches it up and goes racing in his hover F1 car. And it was really bizarre. Like, they would race around, fitting they were playing the Italian game, they would race around Italy, like the whole outer perimeter of Italy. So, like, you do a pit stop, like, down the left-hand side, oops. Don't go on the grass, let's not actually have a massive crash while I talk about this stupid book. You do a pit stop, like, going down the, like, western coast of Italy. Now, while you go down through the full boot, and back up again towards Venice. I think the finish was in Venice or something. Your pit crew drives across Italy to service you on the way up on the eastern coast. That's all I remember from that book. I read it as a kid, and I don't even remember what it's called. And that is a scruffy lap. Scruffy corner. Not that it matters, because we're still ending up in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, the gist of the book is such an anime setup now that I think about it. It was, you know, like this guy, you know, not much money, so he's got this patched up old converted F1 car against these people with bespoke hover cars, and of course they look down on him. Ha! What a fool coming into this racing series with an old converted thing. I think I read it because I had an F1 car on the front, but it ended up not being very F1 at all, so I think it was alright, but it's nothing like actual motorsport in the modern day, that's for sure. I was just thinking, for some reason, that reminded me of Red Line, and I was almost going to say something, and I thought, why is this reminding me of Red Line? Because it doesn't have... It's similar in some ways, but, like, also not, so I didn't say anything, but I'm not the only one, then. We both thought of Red Line.
Leader has finished the race.
Leader's finished. We weren't hugely behind them, actually. Why are the positions shuffling there? Why is everyone in first? Why are all the numbers changed? What's going on? Why is second and first right in front of me? Oh, it's because they're... Oh, look, there's smoke. Look at that. That's cool. It's like, almost like Zandvoort. But not.
Alright, checkered flag. Good job. You did the best you could. Now bring the car back.
You did the best you could. That's not a very encouraging message. I thought I did pretty well. I'm happy with that. I like this attention to detail with, I think R Factor does it as well, but all the marshals waving the various coloured flags. That's pretty cool. And of course the smoke they're setting off for the win. I like stuff like that. Or for the end of the race, at least. Yeah, how long did he spend? 8 years making that movie? Last year I watched Lupin the Third, The Woman Called Fujiko Mine, the TV series, which he the same guy, Takeshi Koike, did the like animation. He was the animation director, I believe, on that show. I've not watched any Lupin. It doesn't particularly interest me, but that show actually was really good. Like it as a good show, but also visually with the animation, it was fantastic. Such a cool style. Not quite like Red Line, but it was also, you know, incredibly detailed, such good animation. Let's look at the... Yeah, what's this, the rage in the chat? Fernandez, you proud? I don't know. What? Can we see what happened at the start? Let's... Oh, wow, look at the marbles. You can hear the marbles. If I... Am I out of fuel? No. Did I stall? I stalled. That's what I did. You can, like, hear the picking up the marbles. That's pretty cool. Still waiting for the first sim that, like, weighs your car and stuff like that. Yeah, imagine finishing a race and you get disqualified because you don't have enough fuel in the car. Replay. So let's watch on board first of all. Let's have a look at what went down. Oh no, what did I do? Oh, just plus 5 seconds. Okay. The actual start of the race here was pretty good. Tom and Jerry version of James Bond. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. Yeah, I never watched any of the old Lupin stuff, and watching Fujiko-Mine made me want to go back and try it. I think there's a new Lupin series right now, isn't there, actually? I've not even seen Castle of Cagliostro, or however you pronounce it. Which I really should. Yeah, that was a decent start. Yeah, just being in the right place more than anything, but that was alright. Let's, have I got a rear view? Yes. Yeah, there's two guys that end up on the outside and I just go through on the inside. Nice. Everyone was trying to be faster than me there, though. Then not a lot happens. I go wide there. And I don't get past here. There's a guy right behind me. I was pretty off the edge of my screen. Off of the stream, but I can see him. Then here's where the stuff happens. In fact, let's go up. Was it the Milan that went off? Or was it the Audi? No, it was Milan. Oh wow, does he just quit? Yeah. Alright. Okay. We've got Fernandez. I don't know. Is anyone at fault here? Could argue Fernandez could have been on the left more. But then again, like, this game has a radar, right? They should have both known that they were going to hit each other. Bit of two people going for the same bit of road, I think, but kind of, it's not hard to avoid that, I don't think. Where's me? Here we are. In fact, let's go to the car behind. Yeah, here we go. I think maybe they were just distracted because I was, obviously, where's the cockpit? It's such a slow, like, pathetic crash. And then, let's watch it from this, oh, man. Oh, dear. That's a good shot. Yeah, let's go. This guy. Oh, he was the guy I was racing a bit as well. Maybe he thought I'd back out. I certainly wasn't going to try and go around the outside. I definitely wasn't. But it's a sort of turn where, like, well, if I stay there, then he has to, like, slow down more, and then maybe I can get him on the exit or something. Maybe he thought I would back out. I wasn't going to back out. And then we both slowly go through the gravel. Yeah, that's my crazy couple of, well, crazy first lap from 7th to 1st to like 8th or something. What else? There was, I was trying to remember what else even happened in the race now. There's a few other moments. Can't remember what laps stuff was on now though. Oh, there's me doing a slide. Oh, the battle with this person. In fact, was he the one that let me through? Not sure. But yeah, oh, hold on, there we go. There's a moment. Let's go about this. Oh, that's a sizable hit. Does he reverse? Does he just back out here? Does he wait for everyone to come by? Yes, he does. A very safe rejoin after a messy incident, and he pulls into the pits. Not surprising. And I think he retires by look of this. Look at this, the bar at the bottom. Lap 2, lap 3, and then nothing. Yep. Which one am I? The one behind, surely. Yeah, the last position I lost. I tried to like go under, but didn't get particularly good exit. And he got like equally or better exit, so yeah. And then he was faster, and I was sort of in no man's land really for like the whole race after that point. That was actually quite a lot that I was alone for. But I improved a lot in that race though, time-wise, like lap time-wise. What I'm going to do, before I end stream, is... Actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to save the replay. You can save highlights as well. Why can't I watch the highlights? I can only save them. But I'll save the whole replay. I'm going to quickly hop on the... I want to do the Mercedes at Imola, because that's the last thing I drove in this game. And it's been ages, so I probably can't remember anyway. But I just want to see if I can feel any difference in it. Or like noticeably. Because as I said earlier, I was kind of... when I drove that, it was kind of... I was less confident in the car than I was in this car today. So I want to see if that's just the car, or if the car's actually... if the game's sort of just easy, not easier, but like, you know, easier to feel what the car's doing. Unfortunately, I can't pick this. I wasn't driving this 2015 one, which has the Weeb liveries. Like the good smart car that, I think this is the one that was supposed to race at Spa. No, this is the Suzuka one. And they've got the Fate one as well. But it's not the same car that I drove, unfortunately. I think the newer one is better, which makes sense. I think I was in this one, not that it matters. Weird panda livery one. Oh, God knows what weather I was on. Clear. That'll do. Yeah, 1 PM. Just want to see how it feels, see if it's a noticeable improvement. This game loads so quick, it must be said.
Green light, give it all you can.
Why don't they have, also from Spa 24, the Promare car? I really want to drive the Promare car. I'm not a particular Fate fan. Not a massive Miku fan, actually. But Promare, that's awesome. I want the Promare car. What I love about the Promare car being a thing was that it seemed to be getting people who weren't into racing because it's the fact that it actually did well. You know, the Miku car's been around for ages and a lot of people know about it, you know, in Super GT, but the Promare car almost won the Spa 24 hours, you know? That's so cool. I think it was like top 3 in the end, top 5. But when that news was going around during that weekend and the weeks after it, people were like, what? There's a Promare car racing? I don't know how many people of those actually started watching GT racing, but if just a few did, then hey, that's cool. This is certainly different. It's not, unfortunately, the Promare car. I've looked through it. It's not. I'll have a look again in a minute, but I don't think it is, unfortunately. One really cool effect of this is that when you like full throttle like that next to a wall, like the pit wall, you can actually hear the reverberation of the engine back again. A nice little bit of bit of attention to detail. This car understeers even more. Oh, I didn't put it on the aggressive preset. Whoops. Oh well, I didn't realise after I started that this is not even that good of a comparison, because I did have a setup from someone on this car when I drove it before, but I could try load it again, but because the physics have changed, it's no guarantee a good setup before is a good setup now, especially if it's a setup that kind of pushed the limits of, you know, like physics glitches, you know, exploits and stuff like that. I have no idea if that's that sort of setup that I was using, but like I don't really ask the questions, I just drive the thing. I don't know, it does feel like I'm a bit more connected to the road than I last time I drove this car. Yeah, I think it was quite blue. The Promare car. After I've done these few laps, I will have another look, but I thought there was only 2 good smiles on there. Unless it's under, it could be under Ram Racing, because at Spa that year they were all run by Ram Racing. I believe. Someone's probably done a custom livery of it, but unfortunately this game isn't so good with using custom liveries online, which is really disappointing, because every game should have that. iRacing is the only game that does that well. rFactor 2 kind of has the feature, but the more rFactor 2 has been updated over the years, the more that feature has broken, and they don't ever fix it. And then in this and Racing, you just can't. You sort of can in the original Assetto Corsa, can't you? But everyone has to make sure they download your skin. And if they don't, like a random online lobby, then, well, you don't have it. Oh, I hate the last corner. Can't get it slowed down. Maybe I should compare the lap times I'm doing right now to the lap times I did in the old stream of this I did. They wouldn't be completely representative, because I believe the cars are, in general, supposed to be slower now by a bit than what they were before the update. But it'll be interesting. God, that understeer on that corner is the worst. Yeah, like through that corner, I'm so much more confident than I was last time I played this game. My biggest takeaway from this stream is that I need to obtain Assetto Corsa setups that don't understeer. That's the only issue I have, and it's nothing to do with like the game's physics or controls. That wasn't really understeer, that was just me screwing up the entry. I didn't really, I talked about it at the beginning of the stream, about the dlss implementation. I didn't really, when I started that race, I should have looked at the frame rate, but of course I was trying to race, so I didn't. But I think in general I was well over, like, well not well over, but over 120 FPS. And I'm on mostly like high settings. I was able to maintain over 120, and it would certainly drop to like below 100 before. So that's really good. In terms of performance with this update, it's a big improvement. This set of corners is just not fun in this setup right now. You can probably find some setups somewhere. I think I'm in a Discord. I can't remember what it's called, but I'm in a server where all of the channels were just Among Us stuff. No, they got setups, but you never know how good they are, to be honest. Because the thing is, setups are quite subjective anyway. Like, one that works for someone might not work for someone else. And there's such a like market for like paid setups, like that Coach Dave Academy that's advertised in this game. You buy the setups, or you subscribe and you get the setups or something, and there's similar things for iRacing. So like if you are someone that can make very good setups, why not sell them? I don't necessarily dislike that idea, but it means that finding free setups because you just want to drive without like worrying about stuff is kind of difficult. There's a Japanese VTuber, Race Simco, who I believe is like the highest I-rated iRacer in Japan. Easily probably the best racing VTuber. But they have, I think they sell setups on their Discord as well. Maybe I should, that's iRacing though, but I feel like I should be using VTuber created setups. It makes sense, right? That corner sucks. Right. Enough of that. Yeah, it's hard to quantify like what's changed because I haven't driven this in a while, but yeah, I don't know. I do feel more comfortable in it now. Maybe it's placebo, but overall this update seems really good. Makes me want to play this more often because I certainly don't, and I probably should because it's quite good. Let's have a quick look through those the Mercs again. Ram? What did I say? Ram? Was it Ram? Wait. I just one. Oh. Wait. This looks like it could be the Promare car if you took the characters off, but I mean, I kind of like this. It's kind of weird, but I like it. But yeah, I didn't know. Maybe I've. What else we got? We got that. That's kind of cool as well. They're all the same. Like it wouldn't be. I don't think it'd be any of these. The old one. Oh yeah, it wasn't Ram Racing. It was Black Falcon, wasn't it? If they've had the Promare car in all this time and I didn't know. Oh my god, they do, you're right. Why did I not know about this? Oh, I'm such an idiot for missing this. God damn it. I can't believe that. I literally tweeted about this months ago. I was like, whoa, they got the... Because I didn't even know they had the Miku car until like 3 months ago. I was like, what? And now they... Oh man, that's so cool. It's so annoying that it's the 2015 one though. I mean, it probably won't make any difference to me because I'm not the best in the game anyway, so it doesn't, you know, I could probably drive either and be roughly the same, but I want this livery on the newer Mercedes. Ah, look at that. That's so cool. Well, thank you for letting me know that and forcing me to actually find it. Oh, it's a different Mickey one as well. I think that's, yeah. Oh, what? Oh, this game is weavier than I thought. I love it. I wish this game would have like a proper Super GT expansion with like more like Super GT teams for the GT3s that are in Super GT, and I want them to add there's some of the specific GT300 cars that aren't proper GT3 cars, like the Prius. I really want to drive the hybrid Prius GT300 in ACC against people driving actual cars like this. And what is it? That other... I don't think it races anymore, but the the Green Brave Toyota Mark X or whatever it is, that thing's cool. I want to drive that. But I don't think they'll add that, unfortunately. Oh, look. Oh, you can open the doors, can't you? Oh. It's transforming. I played the game for a bit when the trial on Steam. Oh yeah, if I'd known this was in this, I would have. Because when I did the stream before, I put the Miku car, the Suzuka 10-hour one, in my thumbnail. But then before I actually streamed, I realized it was the old car, and I wanted to drive the new car, so I ended up driving a different one. I think it was the one I just drove. But I think I wouldn't have bothered changing to the 2019 version or whatever it is. If I'd known this was in this, because I could not resist driving this. I think next time I stream this, I will be driving this because, yeah. Can I get rid of the... Oh, look, there's a thing. Wait, I want a different camera angle than that. I don't want to wait for it to switch. Oh, well. That car got a podium in Spa. It wasn't a podium. I couldn't remember what... I know it's like top 5, but yeah. Man, that's so cool. An anime car getting podium at Spa. That's so cool. In a big international event in Europe, a Promare car of all things. Promare isn't even like the most mainstream thing. Look at it. Right, anyway, losing my... Oh, I've come out of the showroom accidentally. But yeah, putting aside me losing my shit over Promare, that is it for today's stream. I'll be back on Sunday doing iRacing, driving the Audi LMP1 car, R18, at Road America in a multi-class race, hour-long multi-class race. I think I'll be starting the stream around 7 again, I think. Yeah, on Sunday. So, should be good. I like Road America a lot. I usually go pretty well there. I usually have good results there. I think my first 4 wins in iRacing were all at Road America. 2 in GT3, 2 in GTE. So let's go a step up and do it in LMP1. Maybe, hopefully, probably not. I'm always in top split now in iRacing, which means I probably can't win. But hey, we'll give it a shot. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, that's on Sunday. Hopefully next week... I might start Forza Horizon next week, but yeah, sometime, or hopefully on Sunday as well, we'll post a schedule for what me and the other Who Wants a Soda guys are streaming next week. I think we'll probably be doing Apex as well on the other channel, so yeah, check that out if that tickles your fancy. But yeah, that's all from me today. Hopefully see you on Sunday.